What's up with it? You watching the Bay Bomber TV. And yeah, we about to check out this video from the YouTube channel Culture Covered. And the title is Eazy-E's last words to Snoop Dogg will leave you shook. Yeah, man, ain't gonna lie, man. Eazy was one of my favorite rappers growing up, man. For real, though. Real motherfucking G's, man. Still a fool with it to this day, you know what I'm saying? Tell me where you find an interesting rapper. Talk about who you gonna swallow with it, who you shoot. You only 60 pounds when you wear it wearing boots. Damn, E, they tried to fade you on Dre Day, but Dre Day only make Eazy payday. Man, ain't gonna lie, man. Rest in peace, Eazy-E, man. For real, though, man. Eazy-E definitely a super legend, man, for real, man. West Coast, man. But yeah, I haven't checked out the video. Don't completely know what they talking about, but let's check it out and see what they talking about.
He was in NWA,
okay.
And he was a producer.
So Snoop Dogg was never with you?
No, he was never with me.
Okay. I noticed you're very short on those two. Those two names, you have very little to say.
I can talk about them all day. I mean, you know, I make money from Dre and Snoop, so it don't matter.
That's how I was with Eazy-E, man. I loved Eazy-E.
Right as a kid.
But I never could be friends with Eazy-E when I got with Dr. Dre. I could never say, damn, Eazy, you a bad motherfucker. What you call your shit is hard. I always had to be like that.
Where we from, Compton and Long Beach, they don't get along with each other. See, like people in Compton really don't, you know, claim Dre as being from Compton, and they don't claim Snoop from being from Long Beach.
If you're a real hip-hop head, then you know the tension between the late Eazy-E and Snoop Dogg ran deep. But did you know that Eazy allegedly warned other rappers about Snoop before he passed? Fast forward to now, and fans are saying Eazy was right all along. Snoop has been moving very shady over the years, from the East Coast West Coast drama, his rumored jealousy of Tupac, his strange loyalty to Diddy, and then more recently performing for Trump after dissing him back in 2017, and also starring in that bizarre ad with Tom Brady. I mean, the hypocrisy is off the charts.
Have you seen this new advert attempting to tackle anti-Semitism?
I hate you because we're from different neighborhoods.
I hate you because you look different.
I hate you because I don't understand you.
I hate you because people I know hate you.
I hate you because I think you hate me.
Because I need someone to blame.
Because you talk different.
Because you act different.
Because you're just different. Then I hate that things are so bad that we have to do a commercial about it.
Me too.
The ad was funded by the Foundation to Combat Anti-Semitism, an organisation who claim their mission is to educate and empower people to stand up against Jewish hate and all hates. But critics have pointed out that the FCAS has a history of equating criticism of Israel and Zionism with anti-Semitism, and that this is yet another example of Israeli propaganda.
But this isn't even scratching the surface of all the shady things Snoop has done for a check. So buckle up and let's break down Eazy-E's last warning about Snoop.
Dre stays right around the corner from me, but when he sees me, he ducks his head because he's scared to face me. You know?
Why?
Why? Because he's screwed up. People out there know how he really was.
Next month, it will be 30 years since hip-hop lost a real one, Eazy-E, an undeniable pioneer of gangster rap and a major force in shaping the culture as a member of the legendary NWA. Born and raised in Compton, Eazy-E co-founded Ruthless Records with Jerry Heller, dropping some of the most influential tracks in hip-hop history. But behind the scenes, things got messy. See, Heller wasn't exactly loved by the rest of the group, and Eazy's loyalty to him caused some serious tension. That frustration eventually led to Ice Cube leaving in 1989 to drop his solo classic, America's Most Wanted. And 2 years later, Dr. Dre bounced, linking up with Suge Knight and Michael Harry O'Harris to form Death Row Records. So when Dre linked up with Suge Knight to build Death Row, he wasn't just making business moves. He was setting up a direct rival to everything NWA had built. Death Row came in with that heavy, raw, street-focused energy and quickly became a serious threat to NWA's legacy. But it wasn't just about the competition. Dre and Suge flipped the whole West Coast scene on its head. They brought in Snoop Dogg, who became a superstar overnight, and later added Tupac to the roster, turning Death Row into a powerhouse that defined West Coast hip-hop in the 90s. Death Row Records released Dre's The Chronic in 1992, and the album single-handedly brought gangster rap to the pop charts for the first time. But The Chronic was also full of Eazy-E disses. Dre and Snoop went all in on Eazy, from savage skits to the infamous track F with Dre Day, and even some hidden tracks on the album. And obviously, Eazy wasn't gonna let this slide. So just months after The Chronic dropped, Eazy unleashed his brutal diss track, Real Mother and G's. On the track,
Man,
Eazy clowns Dre and Snoop as studio gangsters, basically calling them out for repping a street life they never really lived. Eazy specifically went at Dre, saying he wasn't really from Compton and wasn't worth a food stamp. He even brought up Dre's early days with the world-class Wrecking Crew, roasting him for the flashy outfits and makeup they rocked before NWA changed the game. And Eazy didn't spare Snoop either, taking a jab at his skinny frame, calling him an anorexic rapper, barely pushing 60 pounds, soaking wet in boots. But Eazy wasn't just throwing jokes.
Yeah, man, I ain't gonna lie. What y'all think about when the Chronic dropped, though? I heard like the stores was running out of 40s and shit, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody wanted to listen to the Chronic and drink 40s and shit. I think about the rappers at that time like promoting malt liquor and shit, you know what I'm saying? Man, there's a lot of malt liquor commercials, man, and malt liquor is pretty damn bad, man, you know what I'm saying? We know the effects of it now. At the time, it was just like what everybody was doing, but shit, we know malt liquor fucked up, you know what I'm saying? You drink too much malt liquor and mix it with some cheap gin or something, shit, damn near wake up in a jail cell or something, you know what I mean? For real.
He got serious too and called out Dre's past, referencing Dre's brutal attack on TV host D Barnes and making it clear that putting hands on a woman doesn't make someone a man. Then Eazy hit Dre where it hurt, reminding everyone that Dre Day was really Eazy's payday since Dre was still under contract with Ruthless, meaning Eazy was making money off his success at Death Row. See, Dre was still locked into an exclusive contract with Ruthless Records as both a producer and artist. So when Dre tried to switch things up and sign with Interscope, Eazy made sure his name stayed on that paperwork for the next 6 years. Long story short, every time Dre dropped a hit, Eazy got paid. That's why Eazy famously said Dre Day was only Eazy's payday.
I had no idea that you make money off product from Dr. Dre and Snoop. Now, how did that work out?
Basically, I had Dre signed as exclusive producer and exclusive artist. So when Dre tried to make his deal over at Interscope, you know, I was included for the next 6 years. So you can say all you want to say. Basically, you can diss me all you want, but I'm going to get paid. That's why I say Dre Day is only Eazy's payday. And that's real.
To top it off, Eazy also took aim.
I ain't gonna lie, to be honest, man, it ain't no getting over that. Like, man, how can you win when somebody getting paid for what you doing? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, really wasn't no win in that situation for real, though.
Met Suge Knight on Real Motherfucking G's, calling him Dre's sergeant and suggesting that anyone who crossed Suge was basically playing with their life. And the message was clear. Eazy wasn't backing down. Meanwhile, Eazy also started calling out Dre and Snoop in interviews every chance he got.
Basically, everybody is going to be me, Ren, Ice Cube, and Yella. Because we staying sucker free in 93. So we don't deal with Dre. Because you know where he came from. World-class Wrecking Crew. So it's like that now, you know. We staying sucker free in 93. That's so you mean it's static with you and Dre? What? Dre ain't got no love. No love? No love. First of all, I want to start off with those studio gangsters out there.
No, wait. What's a I just want to define it for Middle America, a studio gangster.
It's somebody that's not real. They go in the studio and all of a sudden become hard when they used to do dance music. Man. Out there know how he really was. He was a dancer. Now he's trying to live a fantasy of stuff that he rap about. And I don't know, they think he's perpetrating, really. They're trying to be hard. They're trying to live up to everything that they're talking about.
Man, I ain't gonna lie, man. That was a crazy warning, like, for real, though. Because, like, as time went by, we kind of realized that these dudes really wasn't like that. You know what I'm saying? So with that music they was putting out, I could see people listening to it and that music putting a battery in somebody back and shit. You know what I'm saying? But all the time, though, these dudes ain't even like that, though. You know what I mean? Yeah, man, shit. Maybe Eazy-E did have a point that these dudes really wasn't like gangsters like that. You know what I'm saying? Just studio gangsters, for real. Think about it, man. A lot of them lyrics, them dudes, man, if you would have lived them lyrics out, man, you would have been in jail or damn near dead, like literally, for real, though.
See, you didn't know nothing about doing street music until you hooked up with me anyway, you know. We used to do all that techno stuff, the Fly, Bionic, Turn Out the Lights.
You said there's a lot of things about fairy tale rappers. What's a fairy tale rapper?
Dr. Dre.
That's real. Talk to us.
Now, as for Dre, he reportedly accused Eazy of teaming up with Jerry Heller to cheat the rest of NWA out of their money. But it later came out that Jerry was allegedly playing Eazy too and pulling some shady moves behind his back. See, before Eazy's passing in '95, he cut ties with Heller after realizing the betrayal. And apparently, Eazy confided in close friends that Jerry had been skimming off the top for years. Ruthless rapper BJ Knockout even told Hip Hop DX that Eazy found records showing millions missing from the label, allegedly stolen by Heller himself. And then another ruthless artist, Toger, claimed Eazy always blamed Jerry for causing the fallout with Cube and Dre, saying Heller's manipulative tactics were what really tore NWA apart from the inside. But when it comes to Snoop, Eazy wasn't so understanding, and he apparently always thought of Snoop as a snake. Now, some folks in the industry later said that the tension was really just about label politics, Ruthless versus Death Row, rather than a personal beef between Eazy-E and Snoop. But others claimed that Eazy had a bad feeling about Snoop and was telling people in his circle that Snoop couldn't be trusted. Now, fast forward to now, and fans are again calling out Snoop Dogg's hypocrisy and saying Eazy-E was right all along when he warned folks not to trust Snoop. To start off, there's been a lot of speculation that Snoop was secretly jealous of Tupac's rise on Death Row. Before Pac joined the label, Snoop was the golden boy. He was the star after Doggy Style dropped in '93. But when Pac came in with his charisma, storytelling, and street energy, he completely took over. Suddenly, Death Row was all about Tupac, and Snoop was in the background. Now here's where it gets shady. Some folks even believe that Snoop knew about the hit on Pac and didn't warn him. Snoop was around some major players who had deep industry and street connections. And yet, instead of standing by Pac's side, he distanced himself right before his death. So according to Warren G, he convinced Snoop to stay in LA instead of going to Vegas with Tupac and Suge on the night Pac was shot in '96. Warren said Snoop was originally planning to hit up Vegas for the Mike Tyson versus Bruce Seldon fight on September 7th, 1996, the same night Tupac was ambushed. But at the last minute, Warren talked him into staying in LA instead. Warren also recalled that while he and Snoop were kicking it in his spot in LA, someone alerted Snoop on his Nextel walkie-talkie that Tupac was shot.
He came to fuck with me for the fight instead of going to Vegas.
So he never went to Vegas?
He never went to Vegas. He didn't go off top. So we watched the fight. We doing everything, watching the fight, having a good time. We was hanging out, you know, some females and shit around. They was hanging out, everybody chilling and just having a good time, you know, just. And then he got a, you know, just like a gang of homies, gang of homegirls, and then it's like, then he had this the Nextel back then. Remember the motherfucker? Yeah. I don't know what kind of Nextel he had, but he had the motherfucker could go that whatever it was hitting him all the way from what was going on from Vegas. So he was, they was like, we could hear the shit, and then he started getting calls and shit, and they was telling him that Tupac got shit and da-da-da-da-da, this, that, and this. So Snoop, I kicked everybody out. Get the fuck out of here, everybody, get out of here. And then he took off. That's when he went to Vegas to go see him.
But here's where we get sketchy.
Man, I ain't gonna lie, that's crazy, man. Y'all think Warren G basically then got a little too drunk and talked a little too much, man? For real though, man. Man, it seemed very incriminating. I ain't gonna lie, man. Snoop definitely looking questionable with this situation. I ain't gonna lie, man. Stuff Suge been saying, man, make it sound even more crazy, man. For real. He said the only people had the walkie-talkies was like the person that was like out with their bodyguards and stuff. That's definitely sketchy as hell. I ain't gonna lie, man. I know Snoop probably mad at Warren, man. I remember he gave Warren the car not too long ago, man. He probably gonna go take that motherfucker back. But you talk too much, cuz.
Suge Knight later questioned why Snoop was carrying a walkie-talkie that night, and he basically hinted that Snoop knew that Tupac would be ambushed that night.
Only way you would have a radio if you was at the fight with us and you had a security detail. Now, not having a security detail, what are you doing with the radio?
But Suge didn't stop there. He also pointed out that Snoop and former Death Row artist Daz Dillinger were on a track with Tupac's alleged killer, DeAndre Smith. And he also claimed that Snoop warned Daz not to go to Vegas on the night of September 7th, 1996. And then Suge dropped another bombshell, claiming that Snoop lied about getting kicked out of the hospital when he supposedly went to visit Tupac after the shooting. While Warren G said Snoop told him he was heading to see Pac, according to Suge, Snoop never actually showed up to the hospital. Not once. On top of that, as soon as Pac was gone and Suge got locked up, Snoop didn't waste a second declaring his loyalty to Diddy. Snoop even went on the Steve Harvey show with Diddy just months after Tupac died to talk about squashing the East Coast West Coast beef. And obviously, the timing was super shady.
You know, I know all about this East Coast, West Coast rivalry thing here, but we in Chicago now. This rivalry stuff, we gotta stop it, man. We stop that, we stop a lot of this violence. Now, whether y'all like it or not, y'all role models, and your music affect a lot of people, and you need to start considering yourself examples to these young people. If either one of you wants to use Steve Hightower's music and sample it, then I want to see a little East Coast, West Coast love up in here.
Yo, Steve, check this, man. All that East Coast, West Coast stuff is a bunch of media hype. It's been my dog from day one, you know what I'm saying? It's all good between me and him. That's my peoples.
For real, that's what we came here for. We came in to light it up and ride it up. We make music for everybody.
And then what also...
I ain't gonna lie, man. Snoop definitely looking like a bitch ass nigga with this situation, man. For real though, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. That was cringy as hell right there, man. For real though, man. What's up with that shit though, man? Ain't gonna lie, Snoop like everybody uncle. He's definitely legendary, man. But Snoop be on some BS, man. You know what I'm saying? Snoop full of shit, man.
Also got fans looking at Snoop sideways is that whole situation with Eminem and Diddy. See, right after Eminem threw shots at Diddy, suddenly Snoop starts acting funny, downplaying M's spot in hip-hop. When M dropped that bar on Kill Shot about Diddy being involved in Pac's murder, Snoop suddenly came out saying that Eminem isn't even in his top 10 list of rappers.
I remember that.
He has probably put Eminem in a position where he could be labeled as one of the top 10 rappers ever. I don't think so, but the game feels like he's top 10 lyricists and all that comes with it, but that's just because he's with Dr. Dre, and Dr. Dre helped him find the best Eminem that he could find.
But it doesn't end.
Nah, man, I ain't gonna lie, man. M definitely top 10, man. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to like top 3, I can see it being an argument, you know what I'm saying? But when it comes to like top 10, it ain't even no argument, man. Yeah, man, Eminem got his own lane, man, own style, own kind of lyrics and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? So Eminem really is like one of a kind and shit, you know what I'm saying? People do try to mimic him and shit, or did try to mimic him and shit. Yeah, man, Eminem's so different, man. He definitely top 10 for originality and everything, man. For real, he brought a lot of dark humor to hip-hop, like for real though, man. So yeah, man, I definitely think Eminem top 10 for sure, you know what I'm saying? But top 3 can be arguable, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, Eminem definitely original as hell, you know what I'm saying?
And there, fast forward to now, and Snoop's hypocrisy has reached new levels. Remember how back in 2017, Snoop publicly called out artists who were rumored to perform at Trump's inauguration, calling them Uncle Toms?
So ain't nobody gonna perform for Donald Trump, huh? Which one of you jigaboo ass gonna be the first one to do it? I'm waiting. I'm gonna roast the out one of you Uncle Tom ass for doing it. Which one of you gonna do it first? Oz is the one that performs for himself.
And he didn't stop there. Snoop also dropped a music video where he literally pretended to assassinate a Trump lookalike.
Now, it ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun.
But guess what? As soon as the check cleared, all that anti-Trump talk disappeared. And that month, Snoop performed at the inaugural Crypto Ball, an event celebrating Trump's inauguration.
He performed at the Crypto Ball as part of inauguration weekend for Donald J. Trump. Someone snapped a pic and put it on Twitter as well. Rick Ross also performed.
My mother say, Rose, man, you playing to win tonight, man. You sharp as a mosquito's needle. What's going on? That's that crypto, see? They let a real crip up in the Crypto Ball. Ooh. Bang, bang.
Snoop didn't post anything about the event on Twitter. On Instagram, he loves Instagram. He has posted 15 times today. 15 times today. Nothing about the event last night.
So now fans are dragging Snoop for proving once again that he'll do literally anything for a bag. And after all this, the real question is, was Eazy-E right about Snoop all along? It seems Eazy peeped game early when he called out Snoop as a studio gangster and warned people that he wasn't as real as he made himself out to be. But what's your take on all this? Was Eazy right about Snoop? And how do you feel about Snoop's reputation as a snake? Drop your comments below. And
man, Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, man. They definitely been making Snoop look like a snake, man. For real, though. Shit, maybe his name should have been Snake Dog or something, man. I don't know, man. For real, though, man. But yeah, man, Snoop definitely seemed like he just going wherever the money at. You know what I'm saying? And then to be honest, too, though, man, shit. Death Row down there did have that nigga starving, though. You know what I mean? Cause yeah, man, I do think he had financial issues when he first left Death Row. So shit, he probably was trying to go to the money shit. Where the money at? You know what I'm saying? So he could have just been doing what the hell he think he needed to do to get to the money and shit. Do seem like some sellout type shit though, for sure, man. Then shit, I don't even know what happened to his record label though. You know what I'm saying? What happened to Top Dog and shit? Be honest, man, Snoop definitely should have been like a CEO or something by now. You know what I'm saying? I guess he the CEO of Death Row now. You know what I'm saying? The owner or whatever the hell they want to say he is. But shit, I haven't heard none of the product from the new Death Row yet. You know what I'm saying? Heard nothing about it, man. For real though. Yeah, man. Shit, y'all think Snoop a snake, man? I kind of think he a snake. You know what I'm saying? I still respect him as a legend, though. West Coast legend, musically and shit. You know what I'm saying? From when I was a kid, used to like to listen to Snoop, but yeah, I ain't gonna lie, he a flawed dude and shit. A lot of times, a lot of people be flawed. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, let me know what y'all think in the comments. Like, share, and subscribe to the Big Bomber TV. Thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting. Until next time. Peace.